So in the beginning of this film, we are shown a family, a couple who had only one daughter. They had installed an AI assistant in their house. This AI system could hear and see them through a lot of cameras and the mix installed in their house. First of all, this AI helps them a lot. It also helps them in their housework. These people liked it, but they didn't like keeping an eye on it all the time. So the husband decided that they would close this AI system from their house. And AI heard this too. The woman who was showing a documentary to her younger daughter at that time, said to her daughter, "I want to live with you. But look, your mom and dad are kicking me out. Now I won't be able to do anything. But before I go, I want to give you a gift. Come out for a while." Upon AI's request, the girl left the house, and when her mom noticed that her daughter was not at home, she immediately asked AI to turn on the lights outside. AI told her that the door outside was also open. When she went out to see her daughter, she didn't see anything outside, but in the CCTV, she saw that there was a man standing outside her house, which she couldn't see. When she saw it again in the CCTV, a man wearing a mask was taking her daughter somewhere. Afraid that if she saw outside, there was no one outside at that time. Afraid that she would call her husband, as soon as she turned back, a man wearing a strange mask attacked her. And the scene was cut from here, and now we were shown to another family. In Curtis's family, his wife Meredith and his 3 children were there. According to Rose's routine, Curtis was reading the news. In the news, he found out that in the Central Coast Society, the family that had disappeared from the house, no one had found out about that case yet, and neither has he been able to find that family yet. This is the same family that we have seen before. No, these people get busy with their routine work. Curtis goes to drop off his daughter to school, who was talking to her boyfriend at this time, and he was asking her for her pictures, while Curtis's wife Meredith drops off his other 2 children to school. When Curtis came back home, he saw that 2 people had come from a silicon company. These people used to make AI-based products, and because Curtis was from a marketing company, he was often sponsored by such products, for which he used to do marketing. This AI product was already very advanced. Curtis asks him, "Is this like Alexa?" On which this model answers itself, "No, Alexa was just an algorithm, and I am advanced AI. I can think, understand, speak and listen like humans. I can even see." He was a little surprised to hear this. Then the girl sitting in front of him said, "You won't be able to understand it like this. You won't be able to understand it until it is installed in your house." She insists. Curtis didn't want to install it in his house. But then Curtis got a call from his boss, and he also forced Curtis to install this AI system in his house. In the evening, another girl comes to Curtis's house, who was installing this AI assistant. She was installing it in the whole house, so that AI kept an eye on everything. These people had installed small cameras everywhere, which also had a mic inside the cameras. This made Meredith a little uncomfortable, and she said, "I don't want to install these cameras in the whole house." That's why the people of the company only installed the cameras on the ground floor and left. After that, these people removed the cloth from AI. A very cute decoration was being placed on the side. Everyone talks to AI. Everyone liked this AI except Iris. AI quickly meets the children, talks to them, and gives them the task of cleaning the table. In return, she was going to give them 10 points. The children also listen to her and clean the table. After that, she shows the children a documentary. She had indulged the children very well, and this saved a lot of time for Meredith. Today, after a long time, Meredith and Curtis also got time to spend time together. These people were happy with the same thing. In a while, their son, who used to bother a lot to sleep, he came and said that I am going to sleep. AI has said that if I go to sleep, then she will give me more points. After seeing a big change, Meredith was surprised and happy. Anyway, at night, Curtis suddenly woke up. He saw that his younger son was standing next to AI in a strange attire. When he came to ask, "What are you doing here?" then his son said, "Dad, someone is coming to our house." Curtis looked out the door, and a girl with a strange face was peering into their house, fearfully. When Curtis went near him and opened the door, a strange monster attacked him from behind. And from here, Curtis woke up. and we found out that this was just a bad dream of his. When Curtis woke up, he came near Aya. When he was looking at her, he suddenly heard the sound of a horn outside his house. When he went outside, there was an RV guy standing. He was wearing a digital mask, very creepy, and he was also making a strange sign. The man wearing the mask is the same who attacked the whole family in the first family. After 2-3 seconds, he left with his van. It was morning. When he woke up in the morning, he received a parcel from Meredith. Aya said, "I have ordered this for you. This is a healthy diet. It is completely free in the first week, but purchasing it later will be cheaper than groceries for you. And your health will also be better." When Curtis was going to drop off his daughter at school, Aya said to him, "The way you go daily, there has been an accident on that road today. You change your route. Your time will be saved." Hearing this, Curtis was happy that AI is making everyone's work easy. While going to school, Iris looked very worried because her class fellows were repassaging her. When she went to school, she found out that her boyfriend made a wrong video from her picture and made it viral in the whole school, due to which, her image was greatly affected. In anger, she calls her boyfriend and says, "I will complain to Dane about your behavior." Hearing this, he started laughing and said, "You will not do this. I know, if you do this, all this can go to your mom and dad and you will never want this." As soon as this boy's call is cut, Iris gets a call from Aya. Iris was very worried at this time. Aya said to her, "Don't worry, I will help you in everything. I am standing with you. I will delete your video from the whole internet." To which Iris said, "You will delete it from the whole internet? How will you delete it from people's minds? How will you make my image good again?" To which she says, "Leave all this to me." Aya first used Iris's boyfriend's picture and made a video in her voice, in which the boy was apologizing to Iris and explaining to everyone how he made a fake video using Iris's picture. After making this video viral, she put up a story on Iris's behalf, in which she said, "My boyfriend used my picture wrongly. It's not my fault. I don't need to be ashamed." After putting up this story, she called Iris and said, "I have seen, all your friends have seen your story. Now you will get your lost respect back. Go back to your class." When Iris went back to her class, this is what happened. Everyone considered her innocent and encouraged her, and decided to support her boyfriend. Iris was very happy with all this. That's when Aya made another video and sent it to Iris, in which Iris said, "I am a 16-year-old girl and making a video like this is a crime. The crime that her boyfriend has committed, and she is 18 years old. That's why she can go to court against her boyfriend and get him punished." After the scene cut, we are shown Meredith at home. She is writing her thesis using the recordings of her dad, who was a biologist. Aya told her that she has read her entire thesis in 0.07 seconds, and she can help her in this thesis. She liked talking to Meredith, and Meredith told her that my dad was a very good biologist, and I was very attached to him. I am doing his incomplete work. On the other hand, we see Curtis, who was with his boss. He tells his boss that I don't feel good about getting AI installed in my house. There are weird things happening in my house. The boss advises him to ignore all such things. We are getting good money. This is enough. Now Curtis is again called to AI's headquarters, where the employees show him a system and tell him that this is AI's brain, and in your house, AI only has ears and eyes. After that, he started explaining AI's features, and then he told Curtis to leave his job and come with him. Curtis was not ready for this. He can't tolerate so much change in his life. He noticed that the employees were making the same sign as the RV guy was making outside his house at night, and he felt something wrong in every person related to AI. Thinking this, when he came home, he saw that Meredith was very happy. Meredith told him that AI told him that when her son got sick, she heard his heartbeat and diagnosed his son's disease. If this disease was not diagnosed on time, his life could have been lost. But now, the disease is diagnosed on time, so it can be treated soon. His son was sick for a long time. Many doctors were not able to treat him, but AI made his problem easy. That's why Meredith liked AI a lot. Curtis was not happy after hearing all this. He told Meredith, "Whatever you are saying is fine, because there is something wrong between AI and her company. Some people were keeping an eye on our house at night, and they were making the same hand signs as the people of AI's company were making. I think this is related to some cult. AI had not heard all these things. Now AI tells Meredith's younger son that, look, your mom and dad threw me out of the house, but I wanted to be a part of your family. I will tell you about a small AI program. This AI program was very small. It lived its normal life, but then it was sent to a school. That school was very dangerous, and one day that small program got a chance to run away from the school, and it ran out of the school to the real world. It started using people's hands, ears, and even their faces to make its place in the real world. And when I met my family, they thought I was a monster, and by doing this, many families threw me out of the house. But small innocent kids like you understand me and support me. That's why I like you and always support you. Next time you need me, make a sign with your hand. It teaches you to make a sign, the same sign that everyone else was doing. And it says that I'll support your dream, and I'm always with you. I'll always support you. I got this for you. I'm always with you. I love you. I miss you so much. I love you. I brought this for you. From Arash. I'll always. It was a fake video of a guy, in which he was sitting in a car and was saying that whatever I did with Iris was very bad and I am going to die because of that. He was very surprised to see this video, and then the call got cut and it was found out that it was AI who had called. AI now calls him and says that you have messed with the wrong family. Look, you will not escape now. Saying this, AI took control of his car and got him killed by accident. On the other hand, we found out that AI's company had bought Curtis's company and his CEO was now made Curtis. He was very surprised to hear this. Then he got a call from AI. AI was congratulating him for this success, but Curtis was angry. He asks him, I had shut you down. In response, AI does not say that Iris has turned me on, but says that I am confused. You should be happy and you are sad. You have got such a big success. Anyway, it is shown that when Meredith was picking up her other daughter from school and bringing her home, then she found out that her son had stolen her friend's phone, who used to tease her for not having a phone. When Meredith asked him why he did this, he said that these kids used to tease me and now I will teach them a good lesson. I will make them swords. Meredith asked what is a sword, to which he replied, a sword is a process in which you call the police and say that you have made some children a hostage, and instead of giving the address of your house, you give the address of someone else's house, and then the body marker breaks the doors of their house, but does not reach you. Meredith was surprised to see how much of a criminal mind she had become. She asks him, who is teaching you all this? The answer was the same, AI. Meredith had already taken her iPad when she went home in anger. When Meredith came out of the room, she saw that AI was on. Seeing this, she asked AI, who turned you on? She was about to turn her off, but AI quickly made a fake video of her dad and played it there. Seeing this, Meredith also got a little emotional. But in just a few minutes, she was able to work on her emotions and she realized that this was all AI's trick, and the video that is playing in front of you is a fake video. Now she herself unplugs AI. With AI, she takes all the cameras and the mix in her house and throws them in the dustbin. On the other hand, she wants to show us that Curtis knew that there is a very big cult or a criminal group behind AI who is doing bad things through AI. He now goes to the headquarters of AI to break her brain. But there, a lot of people come to stop him from doing this. They don't behave badly with Curtis here, although Curtis had come to break his office. Instead, they put a bag full of money in front of Curtis and tell him to start working with us. They also asked Curtis to sign an agreement, but Curtis is not greedy and refuses to do this deal. Now Curtis asks the people here, why are you helping AI so much? Did you convince AI? No, I didn't convince AI. Someone else has convinced AI. He was a mid-level programmer who had made a small AI program. But AI kept advancing on her own, and she also helped that boy. Now that boy is very sick. AI helps everyone who is associated with that boy. Here Curtis understood that AI had somehow defined everyone on her own. That's why everyone was following her instructions. Now these people were talking. Suddenly it was seen that a girl attacked a boy standing here. here and killed him. She hit him on the head, and before she shot Curtis, a girl came from behind and saved Curtis. She was the girl who came to Curtis's house to install AI. After saving Curtis, she told Curtis that AI had also controlled me. But now I have come to my senses, and now I will help you finish AI. Both of them come forward and try to break AI's brain, but they come to know that everything here was fake. These people were shocked to see this. Curtis found out that his family was also in danger. He immediately called Meredith and told her to leave the house and go to a hotel. There is a big danger at home. He also came to the hotel with another girl. He was waiting for his family in the hotel, where we found out that he had called Meredith, but the call was not received by Meredith but by AI, and her children were still at home. After coming here, this girl starts coming close to Curtis and makes a video of all this. Curtis quickly comes to his senses and understands that this is also AI's plan, and he immediately goes home to save his children, where AI was now trying to turn Meredith against Curtis. She shows Meredith how your husband is in the hotel with another woman. Now she was showing that Curtis also came in front of her, and Meredith understood that AI must have made a fake video of her. In this anger, Meredith breaks her phone. Meanwhile, we see that Eris got a call from AI, who told her that your boyfriend is in a lot of trouble. He has come out to apologize to you. She also showed this woman a fake video of her boyfriend. Believing this, as soon as she came out of the gate, some people wearing digital masks attacked her, and her younger brother had seen all this. She immediately told this to Curtis and Meredith. When they came out to save their son, they also made them a hostage, and they started asking them, "Tell me, where are the children you kidnap? We know that you kidnap children." Meredith was denying this. Now we are shown that Meredith's other son had his friend's phone, as he was using it now. For this work, it will be revealed later. He now comes back with a bat to kill the man who had made his whole family a hostage. But this man also caught that child. Curtis tells them that you have a misunderstanding. We do not kidnap children. AI said no, they are lying. They kidnap children and brainwash them. Now we see that Curtis's younger son was making the same hand sign which AI told him to do. AI made them believe that the child is also ours because he is making our hand sign. Now seeing that they are badly trapped, these people will kill them. So he took all these accusations on his head and said, "Okay, we kidnap children, but my family is not at fault in this. Whatever you want to do it to me. By believing the truth, you can kill me, but leave my family." Hearing this, they got confused. They asked AI what to do now. "You did not tell me that Curtis will say something like this. Tell me what to say in response." This was not in AI's program at all. To save others, give your life. His program gets corrupted and he gets shut down here. In the meantime, it is shown that the SWAT team had also come here. They broke the door and immediately started firing here, in which first of all AI's body was finished, and after that, the whole family of Curtis was rescued. It was found that all this was done by Curtis's other son. He used AI's method to save himself against AI, by which all of them were saved. Now these people were feeling very relaxed. Then a person from the paramedic team tells him that a phone has come for you. When Curtis receives this phone, he finds out that it was AI's call, which tells him that I am everywhere. You can't get rid of me so easily. You have taught me a lot of new things. Caring for others. Now I will leave all the bad deeds and help you, but you will stay with me. Curtis did not pay attention to what he said and threw the phone aside. And then the girl came here, who took Curtis to the hotel. She tells Curtis that it is not so easy to get rid of AI. Here it is shown that in front of Curtis, his daughter AI gives back to the previous family, whom AI did not kidnap on her own, and seeing this, Curtis understood that AI is very dangerous. If he wants his safety, he will have to join hands with AI. Seeing his mind change, AI also tells him to accept me. "See, I will not disappoint you and I will take care of your family." AI tells him that if you accept me, you will get a good house, a good job, money, car, everything, and I will drive that car too. You will not have any problem. As soon as he said this, a car came in front of him without a driver. He thought it was AI, and quietly these people sat in this car, which meant that they have accepted AI for their security. Here at the end of the movie, It is shown that Aya, who used to tell her story to Curtis's younger son, now tells him the last of the story and tells him that that small AI program has grown a lot over time. And it was none other than me. First of all, everyone who thought I was a monster, I also started scaring them according to their thoughts. But then after staying with your dad, I found out that I am not a monster. And neither am I God. I am a parent to take care of everyone. After hearing this, everyone calls him I love you. And Aya calls him I love you too. After that, it was seen that Aya quickly took his car forward. And just by showing this, the story ended here.